Well, pressure is mounting around Hunter Biden as the emails on his laptop have now been authenticated. Go figure. Well, according to new reports, a witness who testified before the Hunter Biden grand jury was asked to identify the big guy in Hunter Biden's planned deal with a Chinese energy conglomerate. This comes, of course, as there are growing calls to have President Biden included in the laptop conspiracy probe. Joining us now to discuss is Georgia Congressman and member of the House Committee on Oversight and Reform, Congressman Andrew Clyde. Thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Heather. I appreciate the opportunity this afternoon.
So why would President Biden not be included?
That's a good question. I think he should be included. I think we need to take a very deep, in-depth look at that laptop. I think it's evident that Hunter Biden has had business dealings with foreign countries. Ukraine, China, Kazakhstan, and Russia, two of which are very arch enemies, Russia and China. So what do they know about Hunter Biden? What do they have on him? What do they have on the president that could compromise, the president's decisions? So I think Hunter Biden is a national security threat here. So we definitely need to investigate this laptop. We have authenticated it now. We knew a year and a half ago that this was a legitimate source of information. The Democrats and the big tech and the elites and the left-wing media tried to hide this in October from the American people prior to the 2020 election. They tried to debunk it. 51 national security people, said that it was just fake. It was fake Russian information.
Propaganda, yeah.
Right, Russian propaganda. That's wrong.
Right.
So we have got to investigate this, and we will.
And they've doubled down on it. And the thing is, it's not so much about the salacious pictures and images of which we continue to show there. Like you said, it's a matter of national security. And does this put President Biden at risk of blackmail or something like that? And when some of these business deals went down, you can talk about Ukraine. This is when Hunter Biden was on the board of Burisma and getting paid millions of dollars with no experience in that field. And Biden at the time was vice president and in charge of Ukraine and our dealings with Ukraine specifically. And then you have China, and Hunter Biden was on the plane and flew over to China with then Vice President Biden. So he's definitely connected.
Oh, absolutely. You have Vice President Biden at the time saying, if you don't fire the prosecutor, you don't get the $1 billion. So he is tied into this. He has denied it, but the laptop, I think, will confirm that he indeed is very much involved. And when you peddle influence and your family gets paid for it, then that's corruption, and that needs to be investigated by the Oversight Committee in the House.
Can I ask you another question, though? Why do you think that members of the mainstream media are now covering this? Do you think that it's because they realize that they should have before and it's out of the goodness of their heart? Or do you think that there's something else happening?
No. I think there might be a criminal probe here that is about to be unveiled. And so they're trying to get out in front of it. The news media doesn't ever do anything without a specific purpose. And so this is far enough ahead of the 2022 elections that the big bump in news media, may not be as damaging to them as it would be if it happened in October or September. People's memories start to forget. But I really think that's, everything has timing.
Right, and speaking of timing, now we even have these emails that have been reviewed by some other media sources where President Biden's White House Chief of Staff, Ron Klain, apparently reached out to Hunter Biden in September of 2012 for help in raising $20,000 for the Vice President's Residence Foundation, telling him to keep this low-key to prevent bad PR.
Oh, this laptop is a treasure trove of information. The emails that are on it, it's going to take us a long time to go through this with a fine-tooth comb, but I am very thankful it is now a part of the congressional record. We have it in full. That was one of the goals of the Oversight Subcommittee, and it got entered into the congressional record in the Judiciary Committee. So I'm very thankful to the members on Judiciary for doing that, and I look forward to a very, very deep and thorough investigation come January when we take over the gavel and we have the ability to subpoena.
Well, we're very glad that you were able to do that since the FBI apparently didn't know where it was. Congressman Clyde, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Heather. I appreciate it.